Hi, I'm Lenio with Remax Professionals. We're here on Park Bench today for another episode of Loving the Peg. I'm here in front of FIT Club West in Tuxedo, and I recently had the pleasure of interviewing founder and owner of FIT Club here, RJ Padua. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks.
All right, so we've got a special guest today, Lenio. How's everybody doing?
Welcome to an episode of Loving the Peg.
Loving the Peg.
I'm Lenio with Remax Professionals, and I'm here today with RJ Padua, sorry.
All right, so we're going to do a double interview today. So Eli asked me to be on his show, but in turn, we're going to turn this into our show.
And we're just going to get to know RJ a little bit here. And he's owner and founder of Winnipeg FIT Club.
We started FIT Club North back in 2016. So April 2016 is when we first opened up the first. At the time, it was known as Fit Body Boot Camp. And then we opened up our second one in December. It's myself and my team. We're all heavily invested in it. We got 4 people that have their cars completely branded.
I know. I've seen them around. I like it.
So they're all in, right? And so Eli, let's start off with how we know each other, or from what we can remember.
Met each other at church, I guess, right?
Yeah. So we both go to Springs Church, and just kind of gravitated to each other. And somehow you went to my gym, right?
Yeah, I did a test session. Tough time walking after my first workout. Yeah. It was fun. Yeah, well, I saw you have a nice little tool
the gun
that you've converted into a massage tool.
So for everybody out there, I use a Sawzall. And you can buy a head on it, and it feels like it's a knuckle, right?
Yeah.
And it's like an elbow or whatever it is. And so since I can't really stretch right now, it's just a matter of just using that gun and just hitting all the muscles and putting a bunch of blood into breaking up scar tissue, adhesions, that kind of stuff. So
that's awesome.
Speaking of kids, how many kids do you have?
I have 5 kids. How many kids do you have?
We have 2.
Well, they're just getting started.
Yeah. It's every day is a different battle. But I mean, you look at how happy they are, and they're saying your name, Daddy.
Oh yeah, it's
Daddy.
fun. It's great. You get to be a kid again.
You do. Yeah.
So I have 4 boys and 1 girl, so I get to play with toys a lot.
Yeah.
You have?
We have 2 boys. Yeah. So anytime I want to go outside, especially like in this neighborhood, it's all green, and it's like, hey, let's go outside. It's great. It's hard to get your friends to like, hey, now it's easier because of the tribe that we built at FIT Club. So if we ever want to go for a bike ride, walk, whatever, somebody's always down. Yeah. Versus like, you go back 10 years ago. Oh yeah. I would have never been able to find anybody to do anything outdoors or activity wise unless I was actually playing a sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think my workout partner and sports, but hard to get somebody to go for a bike ride. That's true. Yeah. Tell us a little bit what clients can expect when they come visit you at one of your locations.
So on the door of our FIT Club West location, and I'm going to get this put on our North location as well, is best part of your day, right? Okay. So no matter whatever's going on outside of the doors, when you walk through the door, you're instantly going to feel like this is a place where I belong. It's going to feel like you're in a place where you're in a state of motivation, and you're going to feel like everybody around you is a like-minded individual. Yeah. So there's going to be tons of high fives. The energy is always going to be up, right? The coaches make it so that they're not just like training you, right? Yeah. Like they're not there to beat you down and like make you feel like you're pulverized to nothing, right? Yeah. We make it so that you can do it, enjoy it, and then come back, right? And it depends on how far you're like, if you've been inactive for a while and you come back and then you try to fully engage.
That's how I came in. So I was like, off the couch into the gym hard.
Yeah, and we tell people just go at your own pace. Yeah. The first session, you got to drop your ego. You got to just go with the flow, build up a habit, build up the endurance, and then your body will adapt.
Yeah, I remember there was like she must have been in her mid-60s. Yeah. So how you doing? I'm good. Yeah. I can do this. Let's go. Yeah. But everybody was like, really motivated and stuff. It was great. It's great. For sure.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to get. Like, even if it's just 30 minutes, 5-6 days a week,
Mm-hmm.
at least you get that 30 minutes of positivity.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I try to do with my podcast, is that every day I want to wake up and I want to teach you something new, because I'm always learning something new. So I like to
I've been watching.
educate. Yeah, thank you. And teach you something new, and then maybe motivate and inspire you to do something, like just even if it's like 5 minutes of just something good.
Yeah.
Right? Like I put on a YouTube channel, and I find that I can't often connect with them. I look for actually actors or anybody that I've like watched some of their stuff, and you know, they're always putting out motivational stuff too, right? Like Matthew McConaughey, Will Smith's another great guy, and it's people that you can relate to. But I'm trying to be that for Winnipeg, right? Like I want to be the face, so that when people, you know, need some kind of encouragement, they need to better themselves, or they want to educate themselves, then they can, you know, come to me. Yeah. Right? Like I might not be able to like help you directly, but in the message, maybe there's something that resonates with somebody. And I always say to get 1% better. So that's what my podcast is called, is the 1% Better Club.
Yeah.
So if you want to get 1% better, join my club, and you know what I mean? And we'll inspire you, motivate you, and even like instigate you to be the best version of you.
That's what we need, I think. So what made you get into this? Obviously you like to motivate people.
What originally got me into this is like, it just like us, right? Like we're athletes, we come out of school, and I heard about this like athletic therapy, and I was like, oh yeah, athletic therapy, I'm gonna go and like train athletes, right? Like go train pro athletes, work with the Bombers, that kind of stuff. And then my dad actually had a couple major car accidents, and so he would have been in his 30s when he first got his like major car accident. And he was walking around with a crutch, you know, he's like always hurting, right? Like the pain in my knee, that kind of stuff. And I really wanted to learn some new tactics so that I can apply them and help them to get him off of a crutch. He's off the crutch now. This guy's been in so many like major accidents. It's like he's superhuman, right? But anyways, so that kind of inspired me to go to take that athletic therapy path. And then I got into the athletic therapy path, and I was more attracted to the higher performance side of it, right? And I even went and worked with the Montreal Canadiens for a week. Oh, cool. Yeah, and PK Subban was one of the athletes out there that I got to directly work with when he was in his rookie camp. So that's how far back I go. And from there, it was just a matter of taking those same principles of like having fun with the boys, right? Because I was in my early 20s, like, hey, like this is super fun. I'm working with 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, and we're making training fun, but with an intent, right? And so I was like, let's take this same model and let's make it super fun for guys like you and me, right? Like we're not athletes anymore, right? But we want to be in shape like one, right? Why wouldn't I want to have the same body as a pro athlete? Why wouldn't I want to have the same drive? I want to go and play sports. I want to play with my kids, that kind of stuff. So take that same element of play with an intent and combine that into one. And it's just like every day is a new challenge. So how can we eat better, right? Without actually being on a diet? How can we work harder in the gym without actually like spending 2 to 3 hours in there like I used to? And then it's like, now it's all about like, how can we recover faster, right? So what are some of the hacks that we can do, like drinking? You know, I never used to drink much water. Now when I wake up, I drink one of these the first thing, and I'll drink at least 5 to 6 of these a day. So
my next question is going to be what motivates you, and I think you kind of wrap that one up too.
I love fitness. Like, fitness to me, that's why we call it FIT Club, right? It explains what it is. Like, get into the FIT Club, meaning like this is more than just show up and leave, right? This is a whole culture. This is a religion. This is a way of a movement, right? If we can all be fitter, the rest of the life is going to be that much more clear. You know, you and I, we've had some party days, and we know that party days lead to party nights, which lead to no mornings.
To like recovery days.
Right. So you and I are church going guys. So if we're trying to recover, there's no way we're waking up for Mass on Sunday. No, right? Exactly. And then if we're not making it for Mass Sunday, we might feel a little bit of guilt, a little bit of remorse. And then Monday rolls around and we feel anxiety, right? And then so we're not going to the gym because we're just trying to like catch up, right? And then it's like just an evolving cycle. So fitness is like one of the key elements to your life, right? If you were to say, okay, what are some of your key elements of life? And people would say spirituality, people would say finances, people would say family. But if they're missing out fitness,
it's a whole package, right? So
you can hang out with your kids all you want until you have heart failure. Right? You can go to and make a bunch of money until you put your back out lifting a chair, right?
That's
Or
been one
you're
of my
like,
biggest drives to get into shape and
Yeah.
eating better and everything is I want to be there for my kids, right?
Right,
So
exactly. And if you want to do
Yeah.
your job, right, you
Yeah.
have to do house showings and stuff like that. If you want to be on your feet, walking back and
Yeah.
forth, showing houses, and you're exhausted,
oh yeah,
and you
exactly.
need a coffee every 5
Yeah,
minutes,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like there's no way that your brain is percolated properly. There's no way that your body language is going to be good because you're going to be sloughed and tired,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
And so people read off that, right?
Yeah.
It's just a natural attraction to positive energy. And even though my knee is ultimately so sore, I was still up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I still did my
Yeah.
morning routine. I'll still be at the gym. I'll still go to this funeral that I got. My whole day is going to get done.
Yeah. What has surprised you about being a business owner?
What surprised me as a business owner is the very little predictability that you can have,
Yeah.
and the constant evolution of business.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
So go back to 3 years ago or even 4 years ago, when I first kind of got started into the marketing space,
Mhm.
right? So prior to that, I hated bragging. Like I thought that talking about your results or your clients' results would be considered bragging. And
Yeah.
I just like, whoever was doing that, it's like, so what are you doing? Right.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't a matter of bragging, but just a matter of getting your word out. Right.
Yeah.
And back then we would create like a 14-day program, right? And all I would do is send one email with just a description of the program, and we would get like 100 signups.
Yeah.
Right. And so thinking about emails 5 years ago, you would send one email and 80% of the people on your email list would open it.
Yeah.
Now fast forward to today,
Yeah.
I have 7,000 people on one of my email lists.
Mm-hmm.
I send one email. I'll be lucky if I get a 6% open rate.
Yeah.
Every day you wake up and it's a new thing to conquer, right? It's a new battle, right? I think that as we get older, we get complacent because of the fact that we're no longer being challenged. But there's challenges out there that we can take. And so when we stop being challenged, we start to look to ways to cope and medicate, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people will cope and medicate by either indulging in too much TV or eating too much, right? Snacking, where they're just getting small hits of endorphin. Now it's like people are always on their phone. And the phone is like, why do you think Vegas keeps people awake? It's not the oxygen they pump in there.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's the bright lights and stimulants.
All the noise.
And so you're essentially getting that glue, right? I'll tell you this, you have kids. If I give my son a phone, right, he's done.
Oh yeah,
You can't get it out of his hands.
I totally agree with that one.
Yeah.
I think we could all relate to that.
He's only 2, right?
Yeah.
So we saw this from when he was 1 and 2. They don't have any habits built up by then. They don't even really know what's going on in around them. All they see is the bright lights and colors from the phone. And he won't go to sleep. If you're eating like a Slurpee, you drink a Slurpee versus having a smoothie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Slurpee is always going to hit your taste buds more because it's just added sugar, added sweetener, all that stuff. So like the sweetness is way up there. And what happens is people don't have they can't go backwards, right? So once you've had that sweet nectar of like artificial sugar and sweeteners and stuff like that, it's hard to enjoy things like fruit. So we did a 7-day detox recently, my wife and I, and now we actually put it out onto the web space. You can actually go to our website, so www.fitclub.fit, and at the top bar, there's a link to download this 7-day detox.
Awesome. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I lost 5 pounds, and I don't have 5 pounds to lose. But
I need to lose 5 pounds. Then you get back on the blue.
Yes.
As they call the mats there the blue. The blue mats, that's where we do the training, right?
Yes.
So what would customers say they love most about coming to your business?
Coming to the business, it's the best part of the day. Yeah, you'll see that, this is the best part of my day. People love the community that we have because, again, to put yourself in a room of like-minded individuals, like you and I are businessmen, entrepreneurs, dads, like we're hitting all the check marks, right? And so like that's why you and I, we vibe, right? We go to church. Like, the more of the similarities that you and I have, the more connection we're going to make, and then the more likely we're both going to go down the same path, right? And so when you're trying to make changes in your life, right? We all got pasts, we all got problems, and when you're trying to make changes in your life, if you can take that journey with somebody else, like Dorothy didn't go down the yellow brick road by herself.
No, exactly, right?
And so that movie got more interesting as they added more characters, right? So as you build your tribe, that's what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to build our tribe of like-minded individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can go and eat pizza every day. I eat pizza once a week, man. I'll tell you that straight. I put in my Instagram stories, right? I'll go and have a bubble tea, and I'll enjoy those things. But at the same time, I don't eat until 11 a.m.
Yeah,
right? Like the only thing I'll have before that is
I've been trying to do the fast too. So
right? So it's like, here's some other ways that you can do this. Here's how you can make it work.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is the real way versus like saying, you know, us getting all preachy on somebody.
Yeah,
right? Where it's like, no, you can only eat chicken breast and broccoli. Like that's not only is that not sustainable, but it's not enjoyable.
Well, I find, exactly. You need to be able to enjoy some of the things in life there, right? Like the sweets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of maybe some odd requests you've got from clients?
We get people that, so here's a fun one. One of our members sent me a message of this male stripper.
Okay.
And she suggested that we bring these guys in to teach classes.
Like some motivation for some people.
I was like, okay, like I could see how that works, but no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
But some fun things that recently happened was a girl has been on the Blue for 2 years, and she came in before her grad, and I'm not sure if she did a workout or if she just came in and visited, but she was in her dress and she wants to take photos. We call ourselves Fit Fam.
Yeah.
And so she wants to take pictures on the Blue. So that was kind of like a cool request.
Well, I like the Fit Fam. Like, goes kind of with your philosophy, you know, like building the baby, building the child up and growing the family. I like that.
Yes.
How many staff do you guys have?
There's 18 total.
18 staff.
Yeah.
So how do you motivate and encourage those 18?
The vision of the plan, and vision, plan, clarity, and then also connectivity, right? So we always want to make sure that we're always aligned. So that's essentially how we motivate is, I would say, like communication, but with a positive, like with the strong intent. Yeah. Right. So we don't want to sugarcoat everything, right? So you would think that you have a meeting and then it would be all like, you know, fake, vanilla, right? Like you can't have fake vanilla conversations and hope to get like a good outcome, right? Like hope is good to have, but hope without direction and intention is really nothing, right? And so when we have these meetings, we keep it light, but we also keep it honest. But then we also have a strong intentions of we want to get a positive outcome of this. Yeah.
What's the future look like for Fit Club?
So the future for Fit Club is really about creating an outstanding service. And when you come to Fit Club, like I want all our members to know all of our staff. We're not just people hiding behind computers. We're not just people that are, like working from the back. Yeah. Like we're front end people, and you can reach out to us at any time, and we're there to help coach you through whatever it is that you're going through, right? Or we're also there to, all right, here's the path that we need to take you, right? And what we want to do is we want to establish so that you go through this journey and you're going through all of the challenges that we went through, and get you to a point where you're so secure at your fitness that you never have to doubt yourself.
So let's talk a little bit why you chose to locate your business in Tuxedo.
Yeah. So I love that area. Like, I live in the north, and I was looking at houses in that area.
Yeah, I live in Tuxedo myself. I used to live just down the street from here, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The one thing this new house that we bought, you saw in the back. We're connected right to the forest. We're connected to the river.
Yeah, I love it.
And that was like the things that I put on my wish list.
You
must be connected to some type of greenery, a park, a forest, or something like that. And this one just like came up, right? Versus like out there, it's really hard to find because people, when they buy those houses, they usually live there forever.
Yeah,
right?
It's like kind of us. We needed a big home to.
Yeah.
We don't have enough room for the kids we got now. So we never know.
Crazy. This is a great atmosphere. There's so much greenery. There's the park right there. The people are always smiling. Saying hi, that kind of stuff. So I was just naturally attracted to that neighborhood. Yeah. And I always like go down there once a week and connect with a lot of the members that we have there on Facebook, right? Because it's nice, right? It's a sense of community, and that mall I feel is like just a great central hub for everything. right? Like it's not as busy as across the street where there's like very little parking. But we're close enough to that so that when people are in there, they can see us.
They can see it,
right?
exactly.
And we're planted in the middle of homes. But ultimately, I love, we'll go for walks in that area, and it's just, I don't know, it's something about that being planted there that just kind of gives you a great sense of well-being.
So what are like maybe some of your favorite restaurants and stuff in the area there in Tuxedo or around there?
You know what? I don't really eat out.
No?
Right? So when I do eat out, like...
What's your favorite pizza place?
Okay, so when I'm in that area, I'll go to Pronto Pizza.
Yeah.
And I got good friends that own Carbone's and Za Pizza Bistro. So I kind of like make my way around. If I'm in the north, we'll go over to Za, right?
Yeah.
A good friend of mine owns that one there. But when I'm in that area, I'll go over to Tuxedo's and I'll get the Pronto Pizza. It's like you make it yourself, right? Yeah. And it's like $11, right?
Yeah,
great deal. I would say that's one of my favorite, but I love Timothy's. So there's that little corner of Timothy's, right? It's still a franchise, but it's like a self-ran guy. I forgot the guy's name there, but he's an awesome, energetic dude. I don't know if you ever went there before, but I'll go there for an iced coffee, and it's fantastic. So we'll just take a little walk there.
Why do you think it's important for people to shop local?
For people to shop local, I think it's convenient, and I feel like the more that you invest in the businesses that are around you, the more that they're going to continue to grow, right? Like a business can't grow if it's starving, right? So for instance, us, the more that we grow, so my North Kildonan location is like, it's got almost 500 members there. Yeah. And we're expanding that one, and we're adding more carpet. We've added more equipment. The Tuxedo location, same thing. We're going to go through like a complete renovation. Like we're almost at 200 like consistent members. Like that's like, we're just, right now, a lot of holds, right? Because it's summertime. And people go away. We'd love to see them come back for 7 days and go see their house and hang out in the city and just come for a workout. So that one is consistently growing. So when you're shopping local, the more you invest in there, the more that investors are going to see that, hey, this is like a booming neighborhood. So now you're going to get a lot more things that you really like that you would have to drive far away, right? So for instance, go back 10, 15 years ago, right? You and I, we would go on a road trip to Minneapolis because we didn't have IKEA, right? We didn't have Bath and Body Works or whatever it is. We didn't have Victoria's Secret. I remember that was like the big thing for the girls. Yeah. We didn't have a lot of those like big chains. Yeah. But now that they see that Winnipeggers are investing in Winnipeg, we're now getting a lot of these awesome things that normally we'd have to pay a ton of money plus the exchange, to go to outside places. So the more that you spend it locally as much as possible, the bigger your community is going to grow, and it's going to grow for the better. How's the hair?
They look great.
Flipping.
So I'm just going to ask if there's anything new and exciting going on at FIT Club you want the customers out there to know about.
So new and exciting is we're going to be doing the remodeling. So with the north location, we're gonna completely rebrand the look of it, make it a little bit more modern, add some fun lights, stuff like that, bring in some new equipment. At the west location, we're focusing on, I found when we came into the west, the 2020 Cordon location, that people weren't coming from other gyms, right? Because there isn't much stuff. There's no Anytime Fitness around there. There's no Snap. Like everything is all the way in Charleswood, right? It's all the way
Charleswood or Grand Park,
Moray, Grand Park. It's and then all the way at Keniston. Like everything is so far. Yeah. So where we are, there wasn't any gyms. And you would think, well, that's great. There's no competition around you. Yeah. But at the same time, a lot of people have never really experienced that level of servicing when it comes to a gym. So it's like, you don't just show up and work out. That's like 25% of it. Yeah. But it's like, now we're going to coach you and educate you on how to like really maximize your membership, right? Yeah. And so that's the new and exciting thing, is that we've come up with a couple new coaching tools. So it's like when you join Eli, you come in, you establish the routine, and if this is something you want to do for the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, we have a predictable path for you that we guarantee that after doing 12 months of us, so we've got it built out so that 12 months you're going to get constant coaching, accountability, and support. Every day you're going to learn some type of new lesson, whether it be about like why water, right? People just think, I drink water, but why water? Yeah. Why vegetables? Why do you intermittent fast? Why do you drink tea over coffee? Like these are the things that we've instilled. So all the knowledge that I've gained over the past 20 years, plus all the other.
Well, I think that's what's missing from gyms. Like always, one of the challenges I found was, what do I eat?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've even gone to nutritionists and they're like, this is a tablespoon of fat. This is what I'm like, well, I understand how to measure things, but what do I eat? Right? So
how much fat do I eat? Is fat bad for me?
Yeah.
Can I eat carbs? How much carbs should I eat? Like we go through all of that. We give you menu plans, right? So now it's a level of servicing you, because I was a personal trainer. So if you and I were working out one-on-one, these are the things that I would set a plan for you. Like, hey, Eli, here's your next 30-day plan. And then report back to me. And we're going to follow this. At the same time, we're going to work out. I'm going to check in with you every workout to see if you're still following the plan.
Yeah, it's like things I do with my customer, get them ready to buy a home or whatever, right? Like, here's the steps we're going to have to follow.
Here's the steps. And that's
follow up, see where they're at, get them back on track.
Yeah, right? That's the hardest part of any journey is just is having the path laid out for you and having clarity, right? If somebody were to say, okay, well, here's the guaranteed outcome and here's the trail that you need to follow. All you need to do is do it. If you fall off, no problem. We got you. We'll get you back on track.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if you fall off even further, no problem. We know where you left off.
Yeah.
And we're going to put you back on onto that program, and then you're going to continue down the journey. And all those lessons that you've learned up to date, you're going to take those and you're going to apply them into your life. And you're just
going to start doing it. Like it's like building habits. It takes time.
Yeah.
So once you build that habit, it's my cheat day, and you'll go out and you won't want to cheat.
Yeah. Right? Or you can cheat, but you know how to cheat.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And that's the key. Is like I know I can go out and have a cheat meal, and I don't consider it a cheat meal.
No,
because I've already figured out how to make this work within whatever my goal is.
Yeah. So I guess my last thing is, what's the best way for customers to find you and where?
The best way for customers to find us, if they want to get my daily posts, they can add me on Facebook. I think I have about 1,000. Like you can add up to 5,000 people. I think I'm at about 4,000 people right now.
Okay. Let's push it.
So they can find me on Facebook. I have no problem. I always add people as long as we have some type of mutual friends and you're not spamming. Then I'll add you. So RJ Padua, Padua. Also on Instagram, which is RJ_Padua, Padua. They can find our website, right? And we're always giving away like the 7-day detoxes on there. So if they go to our website, www.fitclub.fit, they want to shoot us an email. It's getfit@fitclub.fit.
Okay, thanks. I got one more question.
Yes.
What's the first rule of Fit Club?
First rule of Fit Club is you talk about Fit Club.
There we go.
You definitely talk about Fit Club because we love people sharing their stories, and we encourage it.
So if you have questions, reach out to RJ.
www.fitclub.fit.
Cool. Thanks, RJ.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right.
Okay, that's a wrap.
All right, everybody.
Thanks.
So get 1% better. Be the best versions of you, and we'll see you
on the blues.
Yes, he knows it.